So here's the assembly instructions for the 4 small pieces I've sent. You'll unpack them all and have various separate components. So here's the first one. We've got this base with a little hole in it. First thing to do is connect this arm into the base. So it's a tight fit, but just waggle it. It won't go right down to the bottom, but that's a good fit. Next, there's 2 little screws going through with a nut on the back. So take these off, like so. So this being the front, we're going to connect the last piece of the sculpture. Now the holes in here want to line up with these 2 holes. So with the white section at the top, we line that up, put a screw through it. Same with this one. Then add the nuts onto the screw at the back. And you can tighten those off just finger tight or with a small spanner. Turn it back round, and it's just a case of positioning it. This will tighten when you have the correct position, but it's something like that. Okay. Next one, very simple. We've got this foot section attached to the base. It's quite heavily weighted, so it won't fall over. And then the sculptural section that sits on the top. So all you want to do is taking this, line it up with the front. Now you'll see it's just a funnel, so this wooden section is going to go into here, and the round part will slot in between the 2 bits of wood on the stand. You don't want to flex this because it's plastic and covered with very thin resin, which will crack if you squeeze it too much. So just holding it here and at the base, line it up, and then to sort of click it into place, it's just a case of slightly twisting it as you push it down with some slight pressure. Line it up so that it's pointing in the same direction as the base, and that's pretty much done. Okay. Next piece, very easy. Main section, which is weighted in the base. It has a small tube here, so the cigar carton, it's got this little metal rod coming out. That's just going to slot in. You then position it. The way that it sits is dead on. If you have it to the right or the left, then the carton's going to start tilting up. So once you have it in the middle, you'll find that it sits fairly straight. And finally, the smoke section, same thing again. There's a little hole in the cigar, and this just slots in. Line it up. And there you go. Finally, this section is the main part of the sculpture, obviously, and the base. There's a little washer there, so take the screw which is provided, slot that through, there's a hole there, just line that up, a few twists to get it going, then with your screwdriver put it on a fairly low torque, like 6 is fine. hold here with your thumb to stop it spinning around. The last few turns you could probably do by hand. Just to tighten it up. It's reasonably tight. Now that's the back of the sculpture. That's the front. So you just want to move this around till these two legs are facing out, and it sits up like that.